Hi people, it's Archivist here, and today we're going to be beating Oxide once again, this time on Engine Labs. One of the gloomier tracks, I think, in Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled, illuminated only by the various chemicals that Dr. Engine has left all over the place, casting some rather attractive reflections onto the metallic surfaces of the track. So this first corner here, relatively straightforward, just a bit of drift boosting, and you've got a couple of these regular turbo jumps that you go over here and here. Then we get to the first blue flame jump. Absolutely key that from this point on we are continuing to drift boost as much as possible, including through this turbo tunnel, because if you just go through this turbo tunnel and don't continue to drift boost, then the moment you come out the turbo tunnel you will lose your blue flame. If you keep your blue flame, at that point you can pretty much hold on to it now for the rest of the entire track. It's just a matter of holding on to it and maintaining control. So at various points, like here for example, the best thing to do is hold the center of the track, meaning you're basically minimizing the amount of turning you have to do. And then you're pretty much just rinse and repeating from this point on. It doesn't get too much more complicated than that. You can utilize various tactics such as air braking if you need to do a very tight turn in the middle of the air, but fundamentally it comes down to this turbo tunnel. You need to be very careful not to touch the sides because that can completely wipe out your reserves, but so long as you are careful, so long as you drift down the center of the turbo tunnel, and by the way, as you go past that giant rolling barrel we just went past, just go to the right, don't worry about those turbo pads. As you can see, they simply aren't needed. And on those jumps we just went past there, you saw me doing some air brakes to make sure that, well, I wasn't slamming straight into the wall when losing my reserves. And some of those gaps there, sometimes the best thing is simply to hop. You're going so fast you can clear relatively big gaps. There I very nearly fall off the edge, but with hopping you can just maintain a bit more control. And now we're hitting the blue flame initiator for the final time, and once again we're going into the turbo tunnel, a little bit close there I think as I went up to the side, but then we continue to go down the center of the turbo tunnel. We come out, we've got the blue flame, and so now it's just a matter of rinse and repeating, once again doing the same thing. So as we go on these jumps, don't hit the wall. If you need to make use of the air brake, do so, otherwise just continue to turn as the spiral indicates you should. And then once again here, go down the center, it's the easiest thing. Start turning here, hop if you have to, and that's how you defeat Oxide on Engine Labs.